When it comes to relationships, one of the most challenging and heartbreaking experiences is when someone you care about starts to lose interest. It can feel like you're doing everything wrong, or that the connection you once had is slipping away. However, it's important to understand that this situation isn't always as dire as it may seem. By using the time-tested wisdom of Stoic philosophy, you can not only reattract a woman who has lost interest, but also grow emotionally stronger and more resilient in the process. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that we cannot control external events, including other people's feelings or behavior. What we can control, however, is our response to those events. When faced with the challenge of rekindling a relationship, the first Stoic principle to remember is the concept of acceptance. Stoics believe that we must accept the present moment as it is, without dwelling on the past or being overly anxious about the future. In the context of a relationship, this means accepting the current situation without trying to force change immediately. If a woman has lost interest, it's important to first accept this reality rather than denying or resisting it. Resisting the truth only leads to frustration and emotional pain. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation, however. Rather, it is the realization that in this moment, things are as they are, and trying to change them without first understanding the root cause is futile. Once you accept the situation for what it is, you will be in a much better position to take the right actions to move forward. The Stoics would advise that you embrace this moment of difficulty as an opportunity to learn and to grow, knowing that your ability to handle adversity with grace will ultimately strengthen your character. Once acceptance is in place, the next step is to focus on self-improvement. The Stoics emphasize that the only true control we have is over our own actions, attitudes, and decisions. Rather than focusing on the things you wish the woman would do or say, focus on what you can do for yourself. This isn't about becoming someone you're not in order to win her back. Rather, it's about becoming the best version of yourself for your own sake. Engaging in activities that enrich your life, whether that's cultivating new skills, exercising, reading, or simply improving your mental and emotional well-being, will make you more attractive not just to her, but to yourself as well. Self-improvement is a deeply Stoic concept because it is rooted in the idea that happiness comes not from external circumstances, but from the quality of the person you are inside. When you dedicate yourself to becoming a better version of yourself, you increase your emotional resilience and develop a sense of inner peace. This creates a magnetic effect on others. It's the type of energy that's difficult to ignore. When you improve yourself for your own fulfillment, you not only benefit from greater self-esteem and confidence, but you also naturally become more attractive to those around you, including the woman in question. Another crucial Stoic idea is the importance of detachment. The Stoics teach us to cultivate inner peace by detaching from the desire for specific outcomes. When you're trying to reattract someone, it's natural to want to win her back and to feel attached to that outcome. However, attachment to any particular result only leads to suffering because you can't control whether or not she reciprocates your feelings. Instead, focus on the process of becoming a better version of yourself and trust that the right outcomes will follow. If the woman is truly meant to be in your life, she will recognize the change in you. And if not, then that's simply part of life's course. Detaching from the need for a particular result frees you from the anxiety and pressure of trying too hard. Attachment also leads to a loss of perspective. When you're too emotionally invested in a particular outcome, such as winning a person back, you lose sight of the bigger picture. By practicing detachment, you create emotional space between yourself and the situation, which allows you to make rational decisions and engage with the woman in a calm and composed manner. You stop trying to control the situation and instead let your actions speak for themselves. Ultimately, detachment helps you retain your inner peace, regardless of the external outcome. Another key Stoic practice is the concept of virtue. The Stoics held that virtue, living a life of moral integrity and wisdom, is the ultimate goal of human existence. When you focus on being a person of virtue, you naturally become someone who commands respect and admiration. In terms of reattracting a woman, this means showing her that you are a person who values integrity, honesty, and emotional maturity. Being a man of principle not only draws people towards you, but also fosters long-term respect and trust, qualities that are essential in any relationship. If a woman sees you demonstrating virtues like loyalty, kindness, and emotional stability, she will begin to see you in a different light, regardless of past misunderstandings or setbacks. A relationship is built on trust, and trust is formed through consistent actions and alignment between words and behavior. Practicing virtue allows you to prove, day by day, that you are a person worth trusting. This is what will make the woman reconsider her loss of interest. It's not about impressing her with grand gestures, but rather about showing her that you are capable of being reliable, steady, and compassionate. It's also important to consider the Stoic principle of self-reliance. In relationships, it's common to feel dependent on the approval and affection of others. But the Stoics remind us that we should not base our happiness on external validation. True happiness comes from within. When trying to win a woman back, make sure you're not relying on her affection to feel whole or validated. If you build your own inner strength and satisfaction, you will not be as emotionally dependent on her feelings or attention. This self-reliance will give you a calm confidence that's attractive and magnetic. It's the kind of confidence that comes from knowing your worth isn't tied to another person's opinion or approval. Self-reliance also teaches us that we should never put our emotional well-being in the hands of another person. A healthy relationship involves two individuals who bring their own happiness and fulfillment to the table. It doesn't involve one person constantly seeking reassurance or validation from the other. If you are emotionally self-sufficient, your interactions with her will be more balanced, and the relationship will have a stronger foundation. Equally important is the Stoic practice of being present. Too often, when we're trying to rekindle a relationship, we get caught up in overthinking the past or obsessing over the future. We worry about what went wrong or what could go right, but this only clouds our judgment and emotional clarity. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment, to engage with life as it unfolds, and to be mindful of how we interact with others. If you want to reattract a woman, it's crucial to be present with her when you interact. Listen attentively, show genuine interest in her thoughts and feelings, and avoid dwelling on past mistakes. A mindful and present approach allows you to connect with her on a deeper, more meaningful level. By being present, you also allow yourself to act in a way that is authentic and true to who you are in the moment. When you're fully engaged, not distracted by the past or future, you become more attuned to her needs and desires. You listen deeply and respond thoughtfully, which helps to rebuild a sense of connection. It's a practice that can transform your relationship dynamic from one of anxious pursuit to one of genuine interaction. Furthermore, the Stoics were strong advocates for emotional regulation. This doesn't mean suppressing your emotions or pretending that you don't feel hurt or disappointed. Rather, it means learning how to manage your emotions so that they don't control you. Emotions like frustration, jealousy, or anxiety can cloud your judgment and lead to impulsive decisions. Stoicism teaches us to examine our emotions with a sense of detachment, to question the thoughts behind them, and to respond rationally rather than react impulsively. If you approach a situation with a woman in a calm, measured way, you'll be much more likely to maintain control over the conversation and to project a sense of stability that she finds appealing. Emotional regulation also gives you the clarity to navigate difficult situations with maturity. If the woman expresses disinterest or distance, instead of becoming defensive or reactive, you can approach the situation with understanding and composure. You're able to create space for healthy communication and avoid escalating conflicts or misunderstandings. Another powerful Stoic teaching is the concept of impermanence. The Stoics remind us that all things in life are temporary, both good and bad. If a woman has lost interest, it's important to remember that this phase, like all phases in life, is impermanent. Relationships go through ups and downs, and emotions can shift. What feels like the end today might just be a temporary phase that can be turned around with time, patience, and the right approach. By reminding yourself of the impermanence of all things, you can avoid the trap of thinking that this is a permanent setback. Trust that time, personal growth, and the right mindset can lead to change. You may also realize that this period of separation offers valuable time for reflection. Perhaps there are aspects of yourself or the relationship that need attention, and this time apart might be exactly what you need to make necessary adjustments. The Stoics suggest that our emotional responses often stem from how we perceive the situation. By adopting a mindset of impermanence, we can shift from feeling defeated to embracing the opportunity for growth and renewal. Finally, one of the most essential aspects of Stoic philosophy is perspective. The Stoics believe that the way we interpret events in our lives is often more important than the events themselves. If you view the situation with a woman as a personal failure or as an insurmountable obstacle, then it will be hard to move forward. However, if you shift your perspective and view the situation as an opportunity for growth, for learning, and for applying the Stoic principles of self-improvement and emotional resilience, you can approach it with a renewed sense of hope and strength. The ability to reframe your experiences is one of the most powerful tools in the Stoic toolbox, and it can help you to see not just the challenges, but also the opportunities for personal transformation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell icon for more videos on philosophy and self-improvement. And hey, share this video with someone who might need a little calm in their chaos. Until next time, stay strong and stay stoic.